This video is made possible by g2po.com and gamersgate.com. Download games anytime, anywhere. What's up guys, Jim here with another review, and today I'm going to be reviewing for you guys Lost Planet 3. Now I have to tell you guys, the first ever game that I ever got for my 360 was actually a used game, was Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I got it used off eBay. But the first ever new game that I ever got for my Xbox 360 was this one right here, Lost Planet Extreme Condition. When I got my 360, I played all types of demos because I really didn't have any games. I had Oblivion, that's it. I wanted to see what else was out there, and I fell in love with this game. Love this one. And then of course, follow up, Lost Planet 2, got it for the PlayStation 3. A lot of reviewers really trashed on this game, but gamers fell in love with the co-op that was available for Lost Planet 2. Not too long ago, Lost Planet 3 was made available, and I had the chance to get it for the PC. I downloaded it off Steam, and I want to share you guys my review for this one, and let's go ahead and get started. Let me just let you guys know that Lost Planet 3 is actually a prequel to the first Lost Planet game. In Lost Planet 3, you play as Jim Payton, who is a contractor for the Nevik Corporation. The Nevik Corporation has set up operation on the planet Eden 3. At Eden 3, the thermal energy is being obtained, or they also refer to it as T-energy, is being collected to help alleviate the energy crisis back on Earth. Now, Jim has a wife, Gracie, and his newborn son. Now, he left his family on Earth so that he could have the chance to provide for his family with the different lucrative opportunities that Nevik is offering to the contractors. Guys, I have to say, out of all the games in the Lost Planet series, by far, the story in Lost Planet 3 is so much better than the other two. I just have to say that. During the game, Jim will send back messages to his wife. He'll also receive video messages from his wife. These messages were done very well and had me really interested in the ongoing development on what was going to take place next and how their relationship was doing when they were away from each other. There's a lot of games out there that have interesting storylines and characters. The main difference though in Lost Planet 3 is the excellent pacing and also the top-notch acting. The acting in the game is fantastic. It's just not some, whoever actor is just reading these lines. There's real depth to the story because there's just excellent voice acting. Now, upon the frozen planet of Eden 3, Jim will go on various missions to repair different systems and equipment. And, it wouldn't be much of a game if there was no opposition to try and halt these repairs. This opposition comes in the form of the very different acrid monsters that roam the planet. These monsters do their best to devour Jim or to take him down while he strives to fulfill missions and objectives in the game. I will say that, unfortunately, the difficulty while taking down the large and small acrid, the difficulty, for whatever reason, in Lost Planet 3 was dumbed down quite a bit from the last two games. I think overall, through the entire campaign, I probably died maybe like 4 times, which is much less than I died playing through the first Lost Planet game. First Lost Planet game, I died a whole bunch. But I do have to say, though, the shooting and cover mechanics, they work very well. The grappling hook is back. In Lost Planet 3, though, instead of jumping from, having the ability to jump, you do like this roll where you could dodge, get out of the way. So the jumping is no longer in this one. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, whether it's monsters or human soldiers, the difficulty has been nerfed quite a bit and dumbed down for one reason or another. So having played the first 2 Lost Planet games, I was used to being on the lookout for the different energy deposits from the different checkpoints and also the different acrid. So the energy in the first 2 Lost Planet games was used. You take down an enemy and you absorb that energy to help keep you alive and warm from the freezing weather. They did away with that in Lost Planet 3. The energy deposits are still there, but for some reason this time around they're used as currency only. And this currency can be used to purchase and upgrade new weapons and purchase equipment for your rig. This massive rig that you have in the game is something that you'll be using quite a bit in the game. This rig can be used to take down massive acrid bosses and kind of keep you safe from the many enemies that you'll encounter. During these battles with the large acrid, you'll get to use your rig and you'll encounter different quick time events so that you can drill apart the limbs and break down the protective exoskeletons to unearth more T energy. Sometimes the controls and quick time events for this rig, though, didn't work that great for me. In addition, the movement for the rig is just painfully slow. Fortunately, later on in the game, fast travel is unlocked, so you don't have to spend more time needed in the rig. In terms of visuals, I was actually very impressed. The Unreal Engine looks gorgeous in the game. The different ice and snow is just some of the best ice and snow I've ever seen in a video game. It looks beautiful. Some of the different areas are just downright amazing looking. The different acrid and characters were also modeled very well. They're developed and designed. They just had a really nice design to them. Now, I have to say, the music in Lost Planet 3, it's hit and it's a miss, and let me explain that. The actual soundtrack in the game with the different levels and different areas is fantastic. There's a lot of suspense to it at times. It does well at helping tell the story or the storytelling experience. The soundtrack, the music is fantastic. But early on in the game, your wife, through these video messages, she sends you a digital music playlist to different tracks to listen to while you're in the rig. And I have to say, this music playlist is downright awful. The songs are so generic and just painful to listen to. But other than that, besides that playlist, the music in Lost Planet 3 is great. The multiplayer was actually a lot of fun. My favorite mode was the 3-on-3 acrid mode, where in the game your team has to go against hordes of different acrid and then also battle at a central point against the opposing team, which they have different acrid that they're battling against. It sounds kind of simplistic, but this mode was very, very entertaining. My main complaint was the missing co-op. There was no co-op at all in this one. I know a lot of gamers fell in love with the excellent co-op that was found in Lost Planet 2, and I was surprised there was not some type of co-op mode to help cater to those fans. Perhaps some type of co-op mode will be made available down the road. Hopefully maybe a free DLC pack with some different levels that friends can meet up and play co-op. Overall, guys, I actually really recommend Lost Planet 3. I know it's been getting some mixed reviews. If you're still kind of on the fence, then definitely pick it up down the road when it hits a price drop. If it reaches, $20, $30. I know up $60 might be a lot for some of you guys with all the great games coming out. Actually, I really enjoyed Lost Planet 3. It does have its flaws. It's not a perfect game. And, there are definitely moments in the game where things kind of lag. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it had one of the best storytelling experience I've experienced. Perhaps the best story, one of the best for 2013, along with Metro Last Light and a couple others out there. But definitely recommended by me, guys. If you have any questions about Lost Planet 3, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Definitely check out my other reviews when you get the chance. I not too long ago did a review for Rayman Legends and also Splinter Cell Blacklist. But as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.